What you are about to access is transformative wisdom that has uplifted and transformed the lives of millions. Now that you have discovered it, it's essential to integrate this knowledge deeply into your subconscious mind. Please take a moment to read the description below this video and explore the provided links. They offer a variety of resources to support you in achieving the exceptional outcomes you desire. Remember, the journey to success is often just one decisive choice away. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the Top Mindset Growth channel. Let's explore how to cultivate a millionaire mindset before the wealth even manifests. Success does not materialize overnight. It begins with a single, unwavering thought that refuses to fade away. The foundations of a millionaire's mentality are not laid in bank balances, but are forged in the crucible of belief. Here's a truth that traditional education often overlooks. You do not attract wealth by chasing after money. Instead, you draw abundance to yourself by transforming into the very person who can command it. There exists a profound psychology behind wealth, a systematic approach to success, and a spirit that drives every financial empire built from scratch. If you aspire to be rich and seek success that endures through time, your first task is to shift your mindset. Stop thinking like someone who desperately needs money and start thinking like an individual who creates it. Henry Ford famously said, "Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right." Let this resonate within you profoundly, as it is not merely a quote, but a clarion call. If your prevailing thoughts are rooted in fear, scarcity, or doubt, you will remain stagnant. Conversely, if your mindset is dominated by vision, certainty, belief, and unwavering determination, even the barriers preventing you from prosperity will begin to dissolve. A millionaire's mentality does not wait passively for opportunities. It actively creates them. Wealth is crafted through focused attention, clarity of vision, and disciplined imagination. Take, for instance, the visions of Walt Disney, who imagined an entire kingdom in a swamp, or Nikola Tesla, who envisioned a world powered by wireless energy before electric lighting was widespread in homes. They didn't sit idly by. They thought differently, believed fervently, and acted as though their dreams were already a reality. Your journey begins within your mind because you cannot live a life that contradicts your beliefs. No strategy or hustle will endure if your internal thermostat is set to mediocrity. The moment you accept that true wealth originates within, you can start to reprogram the subconscious that has, for too long, ruled your existence. The negative self-talk, the voice that insists, "I'm not ready," "I'm not good enough," or "I could never achieve that," isn't your true self. It is simply the result of conditioning, years of limitations instilled by others' fears. The remarkable truth is that your mind is capable of being reprogrammed. History's greatest millionaires understood this principle. Dr. Maxwell Maltz made a groundbreaking discovery in the 1960s when he found that changes in patients' self-image could lead to remarkable transformations in their lives. This change didn't just enhance their confidence, it improved their income, relationships, and overall reality. Why? Because the subconscious mind doesn't discern truth from fiction. It simply accepts what you repeatedly affirm. Ask yourself, what narratives do you rehearse in your mind daily? What thoughts are taking center stage in your mental landscape? Remember, what you focus on expands. You need to become the architect of your mental fortress. Envision your ideal wealth. Walk through your dream home in your mind. Greet your future business partners and feel the exhilaration of receiving a substantial bank transfer. Live in that space mentally, and then act from that elevated perspective. The world is poised for those who visually and mentally inhabit their future, not for those patiently awaiting proof or validation. Proof is a construct for the crowd. Belief is the domain of leaders. Pay close attention. Thinking like a millionaire isn't about quoting inspirational phrases. It's about living according to a clear code. You must articulate precisely what you want. Do not vaguely ask the universe for success, as that reflects a scarcity mentality. Command your life to unfold according to your desires. Visualize the amount in your bank account, identify the companies you plan to launch, and meticulously document the lifestyle you aspire to live. Clarity is the language of the subconscious. When your intentions are vague, your results will scatter. In contrast, when you cultivate precision in your vision, the universe will reorganize itself in your favor. Andrew Carnegie famously insisted on clarity, stating, "You must know exactly what you want. If you do not, you will never get it." Carnegie did not express wishes, he declared absolutes, and the universe responded with an empire. The average mind may say, "I hope I can achieve my goals." The millionaire mind asserts, "It is already mine. I just need to claim it." Once you solidify that vision, you must imbue it with a purpose that ignites your passion, not just for material gain such as cars, watches, or vacations, but for a cause that resonates with your very soul. True wealth is a byproduct of serving something greater than oneself. What fuels your drive? What would compel you to rise each morning with vigor, even when no one is watching? That is your millionaire fuel. Nurture it. Live by it. For discipline devoid of purpose feels like punishment, while discipline fueled by passion is the bedrock of a lasting legacy. Now, it's time for action. Not when the conditions are ideal or when you feel ready, but right now. Millionaires do not wait for the stars to align. They align themselves with their vision and push forward. Thomas Edison famously encountered over 10,000 setbacks while striving to invent the light bulb. Did he label these experiences as failures? "No," he remarked, "I have not failed. I've merely found 10,000 ways that won't work." This reflects a mindset wired for greatness. What characterizes every wealthy individual is relentless, purposeful action. It's not about perfection, hesitation, or over-analysis. It's about execution. How did Andrew Carnegie create over 100 millionaires? He didn't hand them fortunes. He instilled belief and insisted they take transformative action. You do not require more information. You need to implement your vision. Your future genuinely hinges on your actions. Let me be unequivocally clear. You do not rise by adhering to the path of least resistance. You ascend by undertaking what others will not. Waking early, reading consistently, meticulously planning each hour, turning away distractions, confronting rejection, and embracing discomfort for the sake of your greater purpose. These are not mere habits of the wealthy. They are their unwavering standards. Standards shape our reality. If you accept mediocrity as your norm, you will reap mediocrity. If you demand excellence from yourself, you will attract a life that most only dare to dream. There will come a time when the world acknowledges the foundation you've labored to build in silence. But first, you must earn it during those dark, unglamorous hours, away from the spotlight. The millionaire's mindset is forged in private discipline. those solitary early mornings devoid of applause, and those quiet nights when the world sleeps while you prepare, research, and reflect. Consider Alexander Graham Bell, who didn't invent the telephone seeking validation. Instead, his drive resulted from obsessive focus, a relentless determination, and an unwillingness to quit until the unseen became tangible. If you desire to become a millionaire, break free from the shackles of conformity and comparison. Do not outsource your self-worth to external opinions. A millionaire doesn't ponder, "Do they approve?" They inquire, "Is this in harmony with my vision?" That encapsulates the distinction. The masses wait for direction. The leaders initiate action. The unaware respond emotionally. The millionaire responds methodically. This sets the stage for the inner conflict, the battle between your present self and the individual you aspire to become. You will encounter resistance and fear. These sensations signify that the older version of you is relinquishing its grip. Remember, your brain is not designed for wealth. It is built for safety, to sidestep risk, and to seek comfort within familiar boundaries. However, wealth resides outside of comfort, in the realm of courage, uncertainty, and where the majority choose to retreat. In those moments when doubt begins to overpower your dreams, remind yourself of this truth. You are not defined by your thoughts. You are the thinker. You possess the power to choose new thoughts every single day. Each affirmation, each visualization, and each action is a step toward reprogramming your reality. You are either scripting your future or replaying your past. Dale Carnegie aptly noted, "Inaction breeds doubt and fear. Action breeds confidence and courage." He was spot on. You cannot think your way into confidence. You must act your way into a new identity. Write out your vision, feel it, live it, and then pursue it daily with relentless consistency. There are no 0 days, no excuses for skipping the work, and no tolerance for mediocrity. The millionaire mind does not seek motivation. It thrives on commitment. Commitment to yourself, to your growth, and to becoming undeniable. You must cultivate mental resilience because the world will challenge you. Doubters will appear, and failures will strike hard. But if your mind is fortified, your beliefs are unassailable, and your standards soar. Nothing can strip away. That is how millionaires are born in thought and ultimately revealed over time. And here's a truth you won't find in standard books or podcasts. You don't need to feel inspired to take action. You don't need approval or perfect circumstances. You only need to start. You must commit wholeheartedly, without guarantees, applause, or evidence. Simply move forward and let your actions reshape your destiny. Ogmandino famously declared, "I will persist until I succeed. Not I will try, not I hope. I will persist." That is the language of a millionaire, and it must become your own. Persistence is not a matter of talent. It is a decision. It is daily and unwavering. It is saying, "This is mine, and I will not rest until it is in my grasp." The average mind falters when faced with obstacles. The millionaire mind digs deeper and pushes through, recognizing a sacred truth. The dream lies beyond exhaustion. The treasure resides behind the final door. Most never attain it because they stop just short of their goal. Do not stop. I implore you to press on until your thoughts mirror the millionaire you were meant to be. Understand this vital truth. You do not draw to yourself what you desire. You attract what you embody. Therefore, you must evolve through thought, speech, energy, behavior, and belief. Before your surroundings match your aspirations, think abundantly, speak positively, act generously, and live richly. Money merely reflects your mindset, but your mind shapes your reality. Now, envision yourself at the precipice of everything you believed possible. At this moment, you are positioned between the life you currently know and the life waiting to be claimed, not merely earned. Wealth is claimed through clarity, demanded through firm belief, and supported by resolute action. Every architect of great fortunes understood this premise. Before wealth towers above, before businesses expand, before endorsements arrive, it all starts with a decision, one that is bold and unwavering, demanding a response from the universe. Wallace D. Wattles described the art of thinking in a certain way. He didn't reference mere wishful thinking. He meant embracing a steadfast conviction that you are the origin, not the consequence of your circumstances. Your thoughts shape your reality, which means your internal world has the power to recreate the external. But you must safeguard that confidence as if it were a tiny flame in a tempest. Because as you strive to rise, the world will attempt to tether you back to the ground. Detractors will say, "Be realistic. Don't raise your hopes. Be grateful for what you possess." These narratives are not truths. They are snares designed to confine you, to confiscate your birthright, suggesting that greatness is reserved for others. Today, I declare that this is a lie. You were not born for mediocrity. You were engineered to excel, expand, and amplify your gifts. You are meant to hold bold thoughts that make those with smaller aspirations uncomfortable. This is what it means to think like a millionaire. It is not greed, it is responsibility. You are accountable for harnessing your power, your vision, and becoming who your soul knows you truly are. This journey demands intensity, conviction, and a fervent passion declaring, "I will either succeed or I will die trying, but I refuse to revert to my former self." This encapsulates the mindset of Tesla, Disney, and Nightingale, and every individual who has shaped reality to align with their vision. If you aspire to be a millionaire, embody the persona. Walk, talk, study, give, create, and move like one. Do not wait for some unspecified future. Start today. Infuse every word you utter with the mindset of your future self. With each decision, reflect on whether it aligns with the version of you who has already arrived at success. For that version is ever attentive to your actions. Your future self does not dwell in some distant time. They exist now within you, buried beneath the noise of doubt, fear, and limiting beliefs. You do not need to search for that version of yourself. You must liberate them. Discard the identity that doubts your potential. Starve that small voice that insists you settle for less. Fuel your journey with assertive action, unconventional thinking, and an audacious spirit that shakes the confines of your comfort zone. Time is of the essence. You are not here indefinitely. One day, your name will be spoken for the final time, and the lingering question will be, did you rise? Did you live with purpose? Did you invest everything to become who you were truly destined to be? The world craves warriors of vision, creators of destiny, and architects of abundance, not more employees of fear. So, decide. Make that choice now. To think like a millionaire, to believe like a leader, and to act as if the future is already claimed as yours. Burn your bridges to mediocrity, torch your backup plans, and declare it fervently. I am all ready. Subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to stay updated with more motivational content. Like, share, and comment to support our work and spread the message.